coming in today, Estella. I'm really glad that you can make it. My name is Megan, and I'm the counselor here at the Family Health Center. It seems that you were referred to me by your doctor, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What sorts of things were you discussing with your doctor?
I went to my doctor initially because I have some family problems going on, and when I went to see him, he said I had some kind of STD, and I kind of feel kind of embarrassing. I mean, I've never been with nobody else. So the doctor said I should go home and talk to my husband, so I did, and when I went home, he opened up and told me that he had been seeing this woman for 2 years already, and that he was gonna leave me. I mean, I don't know what to do. And the doctor, when I went back again, the doctor, I was telling him that I had depression without pain, but so he said that it will probably be good for me to come to the
Okay. Well, it sounds like you are having a really hard time with this. It sounds like it's a very difficult situation. Before we get too deep in discussing all of this, I would like to let you know that confidentiality is something that is very, very important to me. Feel free to talk to me about anything and everything within this office, and it's not going to leave here. I'm not going to share any information with anyone else. I do have to share files with doctors, so if there's something that you don't want in your files, that would be information that you wouldn't want to share with me. Now, if I do feel that you are going to self-harm or harm someone else, that would be a situation that I would be obligated to let someone else know, someone that could better help you with those sorts of problems. Does all of that sound okay with you?
Yeah, it does. My biggest concern is I really don't want my husband to know that I'm here. So as long as he would never find out that I came here, then I guess, that's fine. Because I don't want him to know that I'm asking for help or that this is even affecting me, because then, he'll feel like he did something, I just want to show him that I can do this by myself, that I don't need him in my life. Although it hurts me and I have everything to do now with my kids, but I don't want him to know that it affected me personally.
Absolutely. This is a safe environment, and in no way would that information ever get to him through me. I'm not going to share that information with him or with anyone else for that matter. So that's something that you do not have to worry about whatsoever. And I feel that it's good, what you just said. I mean, you could turn this use it for motivation and let it pump you up to do bigger and better things. But I know that right now that might be a little out of sight for you. But maybe by the end of our sessions, you might get to that spot.
Yeah.
What other sort of things were you discussing with your doctor besides the depression?
Well, I was telling him when I went about the depression, I kind of told him that I had been having thoughts of suicide, and which of course it wasn't even an attempt, it wasn't even something that I was gonna do, it was just a thought. I just felt that maybe things would be better, maybe my kids would be taken care of if I wasn't in their life somewhere, maybe he would take the kids, and it was just a stupid thought that came and left. And I mean, I know that I have to take care of my kids. I have to do for them in order for them to, to do what they have to do in their life.
So those thoughts are no longer, you aren't feeling suicidal anymore?
No, I haven't. I mean, that was just the one-time thing that came.
Okay.
And then,
well, I did like what you said about your children. I feel like that's a great characteristic for you to have, and just take pride in being a mother, and it sounds like you really put them first, and you know, I just think that that's great. Um, what other sorts of health issues are you having? Are you healthy other than the STD? Are you sleeping well at night?
Well, I haven't been sleeping well at all. And to come to think about it, you know, I haven't been eating either. I mean, it's not because we don't have food or anything. It's, you know, I'm just not hungry, I guess, because of the depression. And then with me not sleeping right, you know, I've even tried to take sleeping pills. And it's like my mind still stays awake. I just have so much bottled up inside of me. And it's just, you know, just a hard time for me.
I can see that you're really struggling with this. One of the things that I like to do to kind of de-stress is journal. Just keep a journal, and you know, at night before I go to sleep, I'll write down just some of the things that I was feeling that day, and whether it's happy or sad or mad. A lot of the times it is negative thoughts, things that I wouldn't share with just anybody, and just to get it down on paper and just kind of let go a little bit. It feels nice, kind of weight off of my shoulders. And after that, I like to write down some things that I'm thankful for, and kind of just end off on a positive note. And that way, I can lay down and just kind of have everything off of my brain and get some good rest. I don't know if that would be something that you might be interested in trying, but it works for me.
I think that's something that would be good. The only thing is that I don't know about the time. I mean, I don't know where I would find the time. I just have so much to do, and I mean, now with this, I have to find a way to pay for the divorce, and I have to find now a daycare for my kids, and I don't even know how I'm going to pay for this. I mean, I might even have to get another job. This is just so stressful.
Sounds like it's really challenging for you. I think that one tool is to just focus on one task at a time. You know, it sounds like you're very overwhelmed and that you do have a whole lot going on. But maybe just one thing at a time, and kind of take it easy and try your hardest to mentally focus yourself on that one specific task. But I know that all of this can be difficult. It sounds like one of the main things that you're stressing about is what you're going to do with your kids after the divorce.
Mm-hmm. Well, really, not so much after the divorce. I mean, if he's out there being with this woman, or, I mean, even getting a sexual transmitted disease herself, what kind of women he's being with. So I doubt he's going to want to have the kids with him. So it might not even be a struggle. He might just do the kids. The point is the money-wise. And I don't want to get on no public assistance. You know, I want to do it for my kids, you know, the right way, you know, in a way that I can do it. So, I mean, I really don't know what to do. And I have nobody, you know, my family's not even good right now with me.
Okay. Well, I do have a resource that might be useful to you. It's a center that does kind of drop-in daycare, and just for, you know, a couple hours a day. So maybe you could drop your children off and go to the grocery store, or go work for a couple hours and come back and pick them up. Because I know it sounds like you want to spend time with your children and be a big part of their life. So, and that way you could still have time with your kids, but you could have that downtime to kind of get away from it. And take some time for yourself and just kind of de-stress. So if that is something that you're interested in, I could definitely get you connected with that. Okay, sounds good. With what I'm hearing so far, I would like to set you up on an 8-session plan. You could come in 8 different times, 1 week apart. We're going to meet for 50 minutes, and we can kind of set an agenda and talk about, set some goals, long-term and short-term for you, and kind of discuss some of these things that seem to be bothering you, such as the divorce paperwork and the lack of sleep. And I know that a big issue is figuring out what's best for your kids throughout the divorce. Does that sound like that would be okay with you?
Yes, that'll work.
Okay. How are you feeling right now so far from talking to me today?
I'm feeling good about the whole situation. At first I was nervous to come in and speak to you, but once I met with you, I feel that it's better. I'm not as nervous anymore. I feel like you understand. I don't know if you've been where I'm at, but it sounds like you do have knowledge of the things that I'm going through.
Well, good. I'm really glad to hear that. I really want you to be comfortable talking to me, and I know that it can be difficult. And I just would like to acknowledge your courage for coming in here and just laying it all out there. And I know that some of these things are touchy subjects to talk about, and you've done just such a good job opening up to me today with all of this. And I really see so much potential with you. And you're already doing so many great things. I think that we could really talk through some more of these things throughout these next 7 weeks and see if we can get you just feeling a little bit better, I know today that we met at 9 a.m. Is that going to work for you? Tuesdays at 9 a.m. for the next couple weeks? Yeah? Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good to me. I'm so glad that you came in and I got to know you, and I'm looking forward to hearing about your journaling and the progress that you've made. If there's anything that you need between now and our next session, please feel free to call up to the clinic, and if I'm not here, leave a message. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I just want to be available to you and just really help you through this process. So, anyway, thank you so much for coming.